Hey, I'm here with,
Lord Rab, No Vultures podcast.
and what we do here on this podcast is not a podcast, is just highlight the figures in the community. As one of those people from Oakland, I had to bring you in here to represent just that. Can you tell the people that don't know a little bit about the No Vultures platform?
Yeah, No Vultures, a platform. The tagline, actual title of the show is For the Culture, By the Culture. And so I just always wanted to give a perspective but for the global community of culture. And I don't even like to say hip hop. And some people now would call it urban. From that perspective and from the West Coast, but giving a worldwide perspective on how we feel about the culture overall.
In your planning and ambition for No Vultures, did you see the void for what you're doing? I mean, us that know, we know that you were missing
Right.
in that culture, but can you speak to that a little bit, how you noticed what was missing?
I noticed what was missing. I was a huge fan of Drink Champs and what they were doing. I always saw that it was very technical in what he did with the traditional setup of with Celestial Radio or being on Sirius XM. When I saw Nori and I saw Drink Champs, I was like, wow, this is amazing, just this format. You know what I'm saying? And I fell in love with it. And over time, I saw more podcasts coming, but they were very similar. What I thought would be different for us is coming from our perspective, telling our side of it and our perspective, because there's a different mentality, East Coast versus West Coast.
Again, very necessary because we won't go into all the other outlets that are in the region, just how left out of the conversation a lot of our voice specifically, how that was going down. So again, we do appreciate you and No Vultures for being there for us because it was missing. How do you feel about real estate as it pertains to the city of Oakland specifically?
I believe that real estate and the real estate game has changed the landscape of Oakland overall. You can go to the mountains and then drive 30 minutes and go to a beach.
Right.
This is ideal. This is like really a dreamland.
Yeah, it's nowhere like it.
It's nowhere like it. The other thing I wanted to say about real estate as it pertains to, there's this thing in our community about tangibility, like the tangible things, the things that you can hold on to and touch, right? And education, so we don't really necessarily realize that, the value of money changes with assets versus actual physical money, right? And so we'll save physical money. You could even find these old folks who've hidden money that have went bad and just
under the
rotten.
couch in the wall.
I think because we always thought about emergencies, we always thought about someone taking something from us. So the education part and not feeling like your money is insured when it's with you. Splitting the money ends up being no money when you try to split it. That's the main thing I've seen in real estate over my time.
The change is happening and the change is coming. It needs to be us that are doing the transformation, along with other people making this place better. And if you want to make it better, invest in the people as well. Just talk about your recent travels and how that affects your outlook in general.
Egypt was great, by the way, but traveling overall it broadens you. So I actually just started traveling the world, and then I realized, like, the first thing that happens is the color lines are erased, right? And so I don't feel like a black man. When I'm in those countries and I look at the police and they're not like they want to assist me. But here I would get the help off suspicion. It's a great feeling. So for a African American person to feel like all of these different races love you.
We got to look at ourselves in the grand scheme of things. And I mean, as people, I'm guilty of it way too often, and I like that's why I read as much as I do. But we start to think that infinite universe, and we've been through however many millions of years here on Earth. Use your lifetime and your importance to leave something better behind. That's been my biggest driver now, is legacy in that way.
Produce more than you consume, give more than you take, and the good will outweigh the bad. That's how you know you're doing the right thing. And something that you just said is important. For necessarily leaving your kids millions of dollars could be to their detriment. Leave value. Leave something inside of them that they can carry on, because we see a lot of people with money and money ruins them.
And to all y'all that may see this is just an inspiration to tell you to keep working until it works. Rab is another example of somebody who has had an idea and worked it until it works, and then repeat those steps. You work until it works. Nothing works until you do. Nothing works unless you do. I love y'all. I love y'all. And this again was me showing y'all more love by bringing somebody from the community to help engage and help inform you. So again, appreciate y'all. Realtor D Bledsoe, EXP Realty, Team Fast. Thank y'all.